live?
We're good. I'm gonna admit these guys and it should be okay. My Wi-Fi's being goofy, but. Okay, we should be good. Can you guys hear us?
Yes.
Not you, no.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yep. I think Sarah's online also, so we should be.
Okay,
Yep, I'm here.
Okay,
Good afternoon.
call the meeting to order, and from what I understand, the purpose of the meeting is to discuss a donation that we received from Next Era Energy. And to my knowledge, that's what we're going to be discussing at this meeting.
that is
Am I
what,
correct?
that is what the notice has said. Yep.
And I assume everybody's here for that purpose. Okay. Okay, who do we turn the meeting over to, and who is going to explain is there any stipulations that come with the donation? Or why are we holding this meeting?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so, yesterday, last Friday, I got a phone call from, an attorney from Crowley and Fleck who indicated that, that Oliver Wind Project 4 wanted to make a donation in the amount of $250,000, for use by the county, and the letter that I received, along with the check that I got, I think it was either Friday or Monday, I can't recall, but I did receive the check. That letter also indicated that, you know, they wanted this to be used for the sheriff's vehicles, as well as to purchase a, I believe it was the skid steer. They just wanted, the information that I received was that they wanted it as a donation in order to demonstrate, you know, they're just there to be a good neighbor in the community and to continue to build a working relationship with the county.
Are there any restrictions, any commitments, any requirements, any stipulations that go along with this? Anything that we have to
No,
do
it's a
or required to do?
donation. Nope, it's just a donation to the county.
Okay, this money, does it stipulate that, from what I've heard, that we need to buy 2 sheriff's vehicles? Is that stipulated in there?
No, there's no requirement of that, Lee. It's just that's what that's what the desire was, but, you know, we're not required to purchase additional vehicles. From my understanding, there were no requirements for it. It's just that's the information that was given to me, but we're not obligated to do that.
So, do we have a problem with anything?
No. Not from my perspective.
Well, can I ask, Patrick, why they send it to you first?
I asked them, they called me and told me about it, so I just asked them to send me the check. It was the same one we got the prior settlement check. So that's all, it's written out to Oliver County, and
Okay, so I'm assuming Next Era, from everything I've heard or read, is coming to the county to apply for another wind farm permit.
I don't know anything about that.
Sarah, do you wanna comment?
At this point in time, obviously Oliver Wind 4 finished construction last year and reclamation, back in August. This donation, is again on behalf of Oliver Wind 4 and has nothing to do with any other projects from the past in the county or potential projects in the future at the county. But at this point in time, no, Oliver Wind 4 again is not applying for anything additional, and the company at this point in time is not applying for anything additional.
So, I watched the meeting online when, Next Era went to Emmons County and applying for a permit for the, lithium battery storage facility. And Randy Crispin did ask you guys about if the roads were gonna be treated any better down there than they were at Oliver 4 in the Hanover area, correct? Cause I think that was one of our biggest concerns was the roads.
I believe that was discussed, yes.
Okay, and then, there's 19 here, mostly landowners. Some of them are still waiting on compensation for, not sure about 2024, but some are waiting on 2025. Plus, I've had at least 3 of them contact me about reclamation. And I've had a couple landowners contact me in Mercer County, right north of Oliver County, about the same thing. Where are we at on that? Because Kurt Ruther called me a couple weeks ago and told me there was probably only one person left to settle. But I've kind of found out different.
We've got a room full of people that say otherwise.
I apologize, I couldn't be there today, so I can't see specifically who is in the room. I'm squinting and trying to, but again, happy if you wanna send the list of attendees and we can get exact updates on where each landowner is at and address concerns. Again, this donation is when the conversation started, I think it was like late May, early June about some of the county's needs, right? I started the conversations internally about how we could support, and knowing that it was going to take many months to get any kind of donation approved, I kicked that off, but we didn't want to make any promises at the time, right? Because things take quite a while. As you can see, we're now in December, finally getting the check to you. So, again, these are separate topics, separate matters. However, I understand the folks in the room want updates. So please, Dave, if you want to send me a list of names,
Okay,
we can address.
I appreciate that. So tomorrow you wanna somebody's gonna give the money? Is that how I was told? And then, you want pictures taken with the law enforcement and the road department?
The check is already in Patrick's hands. I don't know, Patrick, if you passed it along to Jaden. I haven't had a chance yet. I didn't know the intention of this meeting, so I wanted to see how this meeting went before we, proceeded with any pictures, but I think we'll push those to the new year at this point in time.
Okay,
We're also supporting the company as a whole is supporting the sheriff's department in their 2025 Shop with the Sheriff efforts as well. So I'll be sending, and the sheriff's department's aware of that, I'll be sending that check in the mail, since I won't be there in person this week, but that will be on its way as well, separate from this donation too. So we're grateful for the opportunities we've had to support the county, including this one.
okay, appreciate that. I believe one of our deputies is here, so he knows.
So is everybody here that hasn't been paid, and are you willing to sign the sheet and send it back to them so we can continue to work on payments? I didn't realize it until right now that I understood there's only one that hadn't got paid. But, apparently that's not
the case.
not fact. So are you willing to sign the list here and we'll relay that on and, keep working on getting the payments? I don't know what else to tell you for now. Dave?
In reality, they should know who's been paid, who hasn't been paid. We shouldn't have to make a list for them.
It's not gonna stop me from putting my name on
I'll
this.
sign it,
Oh,
but I mean, they should already know.
Right.
If they're operating a business, they should know who hasn't been paid as a business.
How about as far as reclamation?
I still have stuff they haven't done yet.
You do?
I do too.
There's driving around, there's quite a bit that hasn't been taken care of yet.
Okay. I believe I've had one call about rock piles that never got taken care of too.
They're in the section line, so now they're the county's problem. I mean,
So Jaden, do we have a sheet we can pass around and
I got
maybe
a whole pad
put
of
your
paper.
name on it and what the problem is, whether it's reclamation or whether it's rock piles or whether it's, funds that they owe you yet or commitments they haven't completed to you as property owners?
So Sarah, I guess the biggest thing, I questioned when I heard about it was, okay, why all of a sudden? And I guess you kind of explained it, it took a while. You wanna support the county, which is great. And, I guess that's what we wanted to know. And we weren't hearing none of that beforehand. So,
Yeah, I put the wheels in motion for this donation back in June when we heard about the police vehicles. And Dave, as you know, things take a lot of time, and I didn't want to make a promise and have the county wait to procure the vehicles and then something go sideways, right, with that donation. So this is just, funds that the county can use to either reimburse yourselves for those items or whatever else your next ticket items are. But our intent was, because we know they were things that the sheriff's department and the road department procured within the last calendar year, even the last 6 months, right, that they could be used for those big ticket items.
well, we could definitely use it for
Again,
that.
we've been in the county operating 16 plus years, right? And this isn't the first donation and it won't be the last.
Okay, I guess we appreciate that part of it, it's
Yeah.
definitely needed. So everybody knows we had to get 2 new vehicles, pickups, and, the cost was 50-some thousand each, without loading them up.
Without being equipped, it was about 50 each. After they were equipped, you're probably looking around 72 per vehicle.
And I believe the skid steer was what, almost 90-some?
Ticket item was 115.
So in my end, that was my biggest question, what, there was nothing really said, if there was any strings attached, and now you've answered some of that, so I guess that helps a lot.
Happy to answer any other questions about this donation specifically. But yeah, no other commitments or, as you would say, strings attached to this. It's just been in the works a while. Took a
Okay.
while.
Well, we definitely do appreciate the donation, and now we hope we can satisfy the property owners for the rest of the project. So we thank you for the donation.
And I guess thanks, Patrick, for working on it.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, I just got a phone call late last week. I had no idea this was coming either. So.
guess we probably don't have nothing else yet.
Is there a scheduled, official thank you meeting scheduled?
A thank you meeting or just a letter? What would you like?
I'm
I don't have
satisfied with
anything.
saying thank you and, I don't know if next era would write something to be in the, put in the paper to officially thank them for it.
You guys are the decision makers on this one, and I think Sarah said if there's any formal picture, it won't be until the new year, was kinda what you just said.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think,
Go ahead, Sarah.
apologies for interrupting me. Yeah, the next time I'll be in town is the week of the 5th. So,
When's the January
I'll get
commission meeting?
scheduled.
Following week.
I think,
The
yeah, the
13th.
meeting, the next meeting's the 13th of January, if I remember right.
Correct, well, we have the
December
December
30th.
30th
Yeah.
year-end meeting, and then our January meeting is the 13th.
So, just so you're aware of the dates, I don't know if Gene did got that to you.
We haven't officially approved the 2026 calendar yet, so that's coming.
Okay, so if you wanna, come January, I guess, if you want it to go to the press or some, in paper or something, I guess I'm okay with it, personally.
I'll bring more information with me, that week when I'm in town. And Jaden, I'll contact Kenny, I don't know if he's in the room, but
He's
I'll let
here.
him know
He's hiding in the corner.
yeah, I'll let you know, Kenny, when we're closer to that date.
I guess we should be good.
Wrap up as soon as we get all the signatures back here and. You got anything more, Dave, for the group, or Rob, do you?
No. It's a little frustrating that it's taken this long to get some of these people compensated.
Do you think everybody that's here that hasn't been and has reclamation that we could send, cause I'm assuming there's a lot of pictures floating around of what needs to be done? We're gonna have a meeting about this, we can get them sent in and get a slideshow or something set up for next meeting.
January meeting.
Oh, thank God.
And is anyone aware of anyone that's not here that should be on this list?
I haven't called Dave Woldig yet. Kurt and I talked about him the other day. He rents land from, help me out, and I believe they were gonna help him with his fence, and so I haven't talked to him probably in a month now. But according to Kurt, he was gonna reach out to him, and that's the only one that I know of, other than the ones that are here.
Any comments from anyone from the audience?
Is it possible, when we make that for her, to get a comprehensive list of reclamation projects only? Aside from, it doesn't have to necessarily be during this meeting, but like after the fact, so like for Kenny, he's maybe got an idea of where to go or what to look for or something like that. So like, there's crop comp versus reclamation versus damages, I need to make it,
Split it out.
yeah.
Well, is like rocks, is that gonna be a county thing now, or are they gonna come back and do that?
we were told they will not be bringing equipment back. The land agent told us there will not be bringing equipment back. So that right there told us it's our problem.
But reclamation is different from damages, so, you know, if you're looking at that type of work, like, a damages type thing would be, well, even reclamation is landowner specific, but ultimately, they can handle that project, a lot of those projects could be kind of lumped together from a reclamation standpoint, whereas damages, you can understand the uniqueness of those to each landowner, so you're gonna be somewhat separate there. And a larger contractor could come in and fix a larger reclamation project as it probably should have been completed with the project versus damages, which are different,
Makes sense.
looking at them differently.
Cause there's some rocks in my field, they're gonna take a pretty big payload to move.
Yeah, if they knew the scope of people's reclamation, maybe it's not all on us, you know? But I don't know that you're gonna get a commitment for that either.
If they wanna do business here again, this will be fixed.
Thank you.
We ain't doing this again.
It would be nice if they send an invoice with the payments.
Yes, it would.
You know, I never dreamt that you just get money in a lump sum, but there should be an invoice that says what these are for. I'll give you an example. Like, I don't know how many, I got like 5 different landlords, and then they do a good job, they come out, and I went over this with Kurt, this is the damages, okay, we both agreed. Then, some of it'll come, some of it won't, so you gotta sit there and add and subtract, till you can line everything up, and then when you file your taxes, I don't 100% understand this, but crop compensation is different than others for paying taxes on. Income tax, I'm talking. I'm not sure on that, but an invoice would sure be nice, so you know, you don't just have a deposit electronically put in your account, you would know which area was paid for and which wasn't.
Is that something you can
Next,
do,
Eric,
Sam?
hear that? Hear the comment?
Yep, I heard it.
I think besides Lonnie, I probably had 3 others make the same comment. That they weren't quite sure what it was for because of the same thing Lonnie said. They had more than just one property.
Yeah, ours was designated per section. It was split up. We knew where it was coming.
Yours was?
Yeah.
But did you get a check or a direct deposit?
Check.
Okay.
I do know, I've seen them, the crop compensation forms have a very clear description of which property that monetary value is tied to. I would recommend referencing that as you look at the direct deposits. That I think would serve as your receipt. And if you don't have those, please let me know, include that in a list of who's in need of their crop comp forms, because I can get that as well. I'd like to keep them for my records, but we also have them on file with our payments department.
Would you like it emailed to you, Sarah? Would that be the best?
It would be the best. I would be very appreciative of that, and then I can follow up on each of the items.
Okay.
With the landowner specifically, right? I wanna be appropriate here and maintain that confidentiality.
Perfect.
And if it's something as simple as crop comp receipts, right, if you are confused about invoicing, just let me know that too. That's hopefully something I can help address quickly. And Tara's team, you know, that's what they're for as well. Kurt's still in the area. Will be for 2 more years at least, you know, crop comp claims.
And I understand Garrett's in the area too?
Yes, yep, Garrett as well. And they live there, right? But just working on the project and they're clean.
Any further comments from the group that's here? Everything's been, that for the list you're gonna turn in, or?
I've got it here.
You have it, that's all
Nope,
in
I
your
have
name?
it here.
I'm good.
I think, we're meeting adjourned. And good luck.
I guess before you run off, I wanna look at the rest. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks,
Thank
Pat.
you, thank you.
No, my point is, Dan,
Hang on.